Welcome to the Wendy DeRosa Sessions, support for you as an empathic, sensitive, intuitive, and human being on the path of deepening your consciousness, spiritual growth, intuition, energy healing, and personal transformation. Hello, it's Wendy DeRosa, and in this video, I'm going to cover 7 signs that indicate that your intuition is awakening. Before we get started, click the subscribe button, and that lets others find this video. And also, if you like it, please press click like, and that also helps others find it. And if you enjoy what I have to say and find it beneficial, please share it with others who might benefit. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, I want to define intuition a little bit more clearly here, because we often think of intuition as the voice within us, or the voice, listening to your voice. But intuition ultimately comes from the light of our soul communicating through our physical body. So for some people, it's not a voice. It's actually a feeling sense, or it's a knowing sense, or it's a visual sense. People experience their intuition differently. And so there could be a lot of different things going on in the body, and that this list might help you. So we'll start first of all with sign 1. Sign 1 is that your intuition feels activated. You might be sensing things about people, about situations. Sometimes it's premonitory, meaning I'm feeling like something is coming. And sometimes it's about the current situation. You might also be seeing patterns or connecting dots more clearly in your life or in scenarios around you. You might be hearing an inner voice from within, something saying, don't do that, or giving you a message. Or you might simply, again, get a knowing sense. You just might be noticing that there's more synchronicities and that something inside you is coming online, we'll say. Okay, sign number 2 is that your sensitivity can actually increase. And quite frankly, it can feel overwhelming before it feels, in control. That includes being more sensitive to environments, more aware of other people's emotions, more aware of what feels aligned and what doesn't. And sometimes the world can feel overwhelming, and that can be an indication that your intuition or your sensitivity or your soul is needing more connection, more attention from you to go in and meet what it needs or what the message is from within. Okay, sign number 3, you start evaluating or reevaluating your life. You may begin questioning where you're spending your time and your energy. You might notice that you're reconsidering relationships and habits and different commitments, like where you would spend your time and energy. You might also find that environments that really felt good to you no longer feel good to you anymore, and that what used to feel normal is no longer feeling aligned. Sign number 4, you're going through an identity shift. And it's deeper than evaluating your life. It's at the point of, who am I really? What am I here for? What is my purpose? What is my meaning in this life? What kind of legacy do I want to leave in this life? And it's about also shifting like roles and identities, the way that you would, have an identity in this life as a particular role. And then all of a sudden it's like that, life is changing and you're no longer that role. So who am I? That's an indication that that our conscious mind needs to dig deeper into our soul and let our soul start to lead or give us information or guide us in this next, phase of our life. Sign number 5, your body becomes more communicative. Sometimes what can happen is physical sensations. You might get chills. You might get strong body sensations. You might have emotional reactions that can arise suddenly. It also might be things like, I have these symptoms and I've gone to the doctor and no one can explain them. There's no medical reason this is happening. I'm just having these symptoms. And at times when our body becomes more communicative, it needs our attention. So it's loud, it's getting active in a way that's saying, tune in here, pay attention here. And sometimes medical attention is needed, but sometimes it's a matter of processing emotions that are stuck in the body, or sometimes it's a matter of making some decisions in life that overall create balance in your lifestyle, or in your work life balance, for example, or family life balance. But your body starts giving you the signals that something needs to be tended to internally. Okay, and sign number 6, your dreams become more vivid. And that, I'm going to add to this that it can be your waking dreams or your sleeping dreams. And in the sleeping dreams, your subconscious mind becomes more active. And at times, that's where intuition can give us signals and messages and pictures and images. They can be symbolic dreams. We also might experience restless sleep, or waking with insights and realizations inside, in the morning, or sometimes in the middle of the night. On the flip side, if it's a waking dream, meaning, you are having visions about where you would be most happy, where your soul is calling you, what might be an alternative to the situation you're in right now, and how can those dreams, those visions, help you have a sort of a North Star to your decision making, your choices in your life. So it's a form of intuition in that way. Okay, sign number 7, you just know. You don't know why you know. You don't know how you know. You just know. You get the knowing sense. And you might notice that in that knowing sense, it's not logical. It could be tied with a heart calling that feels like a pull, like unexplainable and almost undeniable. Like, I can't resist this. I just know that if I take this step, or if I do this action, it's the right thing for me to do. Or conversely, it's the wrong thing. Like, I can't take another step forward. My whole body shuts down. I get tired and I want to go to sleep. I get foggy in my head. In many ways, that's the knowing sense in the body saying, I know, my body knows I cannot go in this direction, or I can. And for a lot of people, that's how intuition can become more clear for them. So these signs, they are indicating that your intuition, which is the light of your soul, is becoming more active in your life. It's inviting your soul to become more participatory in your day-to-day life, as opposed to our ego, which is comprised of our conditioning. And that's a whole other topic in itself. But the bottom line is, when we are operating from conditioning and what we should do and what we're supposed to do, and sort of not really thinking about it, but going with the motions, that conditioning is running the story in our body. And that's a lot of our ego consciousness in the world. And we all have one. It's not bad. It's not wrong. We all have that part of us that we're healing and shedding layers on and working through. But we all reach a point in our trajectory of our personal growth and spiritual growth that our soul wants to take the driver's seat, and our soul wants to be heard and seen and felt and connected with. And so we will have these experiences where the soul is trying to get our attention, to invite us to go inside and pay more attention once again to our journey and who we are and why we're here. So these are deep, important questions to ask ourselves: who we are, why we're here, what does our soul have to say, show me, feel, what's the signal, what's the message from within. So if you're getting these signals and you don't know how to make sense of it out here, I almost guarantee 99 to 100% of the time, the signals are indicating you to close your eyes, tune in, and deeply listen to the wisdom that already exists inside you. I hope this video supports you. And if you enjoy my YouTube channel, please subscribe to it and check out all my videos here. And I hope they continue to support your journey. Thanks, everyone. Bye.